Hi, it's Vince here. We're here this morning at the Chatham Memorial Synagogue. Really pleased to announce that Medway's been one of 12 areas across the country to receive specific funding looking at our heritage buildings. We're focused in particular on the intra area. I'm sure most of you know, but that's the old high street between Chatham and Rochester. And if you've been down here recently, you would have seen some of the work that our brilliant cultural consortium have been working on already. Places like Chatham House have had a huge facelift, look fantastic. The focus of this funding that's been granted today will be on the Waterworks, again a building which has been left derelict for decades and will hopefully come forward in the near future as a community asset by the cultural consortium moving into its new status as a community interest organisation. So big thank you to all of those involved in the CIO. Really important that they're going to be continuing that work. Thanks to those who have funded this project, and we'll keep you informed as we move forward as to some of the brilliant heritage assets that we've got both here in Intra and across Medway as we work closely with partners to make sure that that heritage stays close to our heart in Medway.
Well, I'm here to congratulate the team behind the Old High Street Intra for being one of a dozen new projects that are being funded today through the National Lottery Heritage Fund right across the UK. Teams of people that are bringing together local authorities, businesses, but of course volunteers and people who are passionate about unlocking the fantastic heritage in their communities and transforming them into spaces that can be used for businesses, for cultural opportunities, for people just to come and get together to learn about the fantastic stories of the past, but to also to plan exciting new things for the future. And it's been wonderful meeting some of the team, hearing the stories of these buildings, including this wonderful one behind me, formerly a water tower, then a mortuary, and hopefully soon a space for artists and the community to come together and use in exciting new ways. And it's just been brilliant to hear about it and get a little glimpse of everything that's going on. I was actually here recently to go and see the docking station, which the government's been funding through the Cultural Development Fund, and to see the team there. Another example of creative industries coming together, breathing new life into old buildings. So it's really exciting to see everything that's going on across Medway, with support from local government, national government, lottery players, and so many more.
So I'm Matthew McKeague. I'm the Chief Executive of the Architectural Heritage Fund. We're here in Chatham today to launch the new £5 million Heritage Development Trust programme across the UK. This means we're funding 12 new organisations from Portsoy up in Aberdeenshire down to Redruth down in Cornwall. And these are all organisations that are working in their communities, often around town centres and on high streets, to bring historic buildings back into use for a range of new uses. So that might be turning a bank building into a new co-working space, or turning a former department store into an art space. So a whole range of new uses for historic buildings. And here in Chatham, we're working with Chatham Intra and the Cultural Consortium to bring a range of buildings here in the town centre back into use. So new community spaces, new art spaces. These are some of the things that the organisation here are going to be working on over the next few years. So really building on the legacy of the High Street Heritage Action Zone, the improvements for which everybody can see around. So really excited to be working with the local community and working with the Cultural Consortium, and really, really excited to see what happens here over the next few years.
Hi, I'm Janet Fisher, co-chair of the Old High Street Intra Consortium. And today we are so delighted to be the recipients of the Architectural Heritage Fund's Heritage Development Trust Grant. This means 3 years of capacity building investment into the whole High Street Intra in Medway. It's going to mean that the community who have been working tirelessly for 3 years as part of the High Street Heritage Action Zone program can finally capitalize on all of our plans and bring buildings like this, the Waterworks, into community use as an asset and a place of pride for our entire community.